Virtual reality is a big thing right now. In fact, it's almost become mainstream, which is weird to think about considering its humble beginnings as a Kickstarter project for the Oculus Rift. Many speculated that VR would become a fad that would burst in popularity one moment, only to fade into oblivion the next day, like 3D TVs did. But this didn't happen. And because of this, you have giants such as Google, HTC, and Sony investing in various VR technologies, VR headsets, and most importantly, VR content. And while they used to cost an arm and a leg back when they were first introduced, they've certainly come much closer to the mainstream with all the price cuts they've received. The most affordable VR headset at the moment is Sony's PlayStation VR. So this is the headset that we're going to talk about in this video. Yes, it is the least expensive one, but is it worth it? The first thing you need to consider to answer this question is what platform you will be using it on. It goes without saying that the PSVR will hold the most appeal for PS4 owners, and especially PS4 Pro owners will get enhanced graphics. But what if you want to use it on a PC as well? Or better yet, if you want to use it primarily on the PC, can you? The answer is yes, but not officially. You see, Sony, being Sony, almost never releases official support for their accessories and peripherals on other platforms, and the PSVR is not an exception. You can still run it on the PC, but you'd have to use the Trinus VR, which is a third-party software. The PSVR was developed for the PS4, and it will work well on the original console or the slim version. But this is thanks to the special processing unit that comes with it. A processing unit that the PC can't really make good use of. So you never have to worry that your PS4 won't be able to run your PSVR. And if you have the Pro version, then you even get enhanced graphics. But things get a bit more complicated on the PC, because VR is very hardware demanding. You'd think that Sony's VR would have an edge over the other headsets here because it has the lowest resolution, but don't forget that it also has the highest refresh rate, standing at 120 Hz. Conversely, the Vive and the Rift headsets work only at 90 Hz. So you should definitely at least have a GTX 1060 before even thinking about VR. The PSVR is the cheapest VR headset currently available. Now, we've mentioned this many times, but it's important to keep in mind that it doesn't come bundled with all the accessories that it requires. You have to buy the Move and the Aim controllers separately. But these aren't even the biggest problem because not every game uses them. What you will need for every PS4 VR game, however, is the PS camera that tracks the lights on the headset for motion detection. And this is just for PS4 owners, the target demographic, if you will. If you're a PC gamer, then you won't need any of the accessories we've mentioned. But the positional tracking that relies on the PS camera will also not be available to you at all. And as an added benefit, the PSVR is not compatible with the Stream VR games because these rely on the HTC motion controllers. So, is the PSVR worth it? Honestly, if we look at how well it fares against the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift, it won't come out as the winner. At first, it had the benefit of being much more affordable than these two, but they've since suffered big price cuts to be able to compete with the PSVR. So we can only say that it's definitely worth buying if you have a PS4. If you're planning on buying a VR headset for your PC, then we can't really say it's worth it, especially since it doesn't have native PC support. Because it has to rely on third-party software to run on PC, it will simply never offer the kind of experience that the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift can. And like we've said, these aren't really that much pricier anymore. So there you have it, our verdict on the PSVR viability. We'd love to hear what you think about this headset, especially if you've used it for both PS4 and PC. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you the next time.